Now, at this bail hearing, there are 4 factors that a judge will consider in deciding whether to reduce bail or grant an OR. First of all, the judge looks at the seriousness of the new underlying offense. Did it involve violence? Did it involve corruption? Was there an alleged victim who was injured or who was out a lot of money? The more serious the crime, the less likely the judge is to lower bail or grant an OR release. The second factor that the judge looks at is the defendant's criminal history. So somebody who has a clean record obviously is going to fare much better at a bail hearing than someone who has an extensive criminal past. The third factor that the judge looks at in a bail hearing is the probability that the person will come back to court for future court dates. We sometimes call this the issue of whether the person is a flight risk. In assessing this, the judge is going to look at how long has a person lived in the community. Are they a long-time resident or are they more transient? The judge also looks at have they ever failed to appear for court dates in the past? Do they have a record of failing to appear? And the judge will look at whether they have substantial ties to the community. Does the person have a family and a job and civic activities and a home and own property in the community? The more the person is stable and has a long-term presence in the community and ties to the community, the more likely the judge is to reduce bail or grant an OR release. The fourth and final factor that a judge looks at in a bail hearing, and probably the most important, is whether the person poses a danger to public safety. Is a person accused of a crime involving violence or weapons? Does a person have a violent history? If the judge feels that the defendant, if released, would pose a danger to witnesses in the case, or the alleged victim in the case, or the community in general, then the judge is going to be very hesitant to lower that bail or grant them an OR release. I'm attorney Neil Shouse. If your loved one is in custody and you're looking to get bail reduced or an OR release, call me and let's see what we can do to get that accomplished.